Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel, How to Save Money on Entertainment. It can be pretty pricey, especially when you have children, but I have some tips and tricks to help you save money on entertainment even with those kiddos. So we've been to a lavender festival, and this is the one where you can pick your own lavender. They have vendors and food and everything else. And even before we got in, it was nearly $60 for the five of us to get in before we even bought anything, before we even ate, before we even stepped foot on the grounds. It was $58 for 2 adults and 3 children under the age of 10. So needless to say, we packed our lunch and we had some drinks on us as well. And even with that, the kids still wanted some cotton candy, a couple of cookies. It still added up in the end. We probably spent over $200 on that one day, which would have been a lot more had we not bought our food, not bought our drinks. So that's the first tip. If you're able to pack your own lunch, your own drinks, that will save you a lot of money. Utilize your free local city parks. Pack a lunch. Make an afternoon out of it. Local city playgrounds. It's not only a great resource and an outlet for kids, but you as well. Meeting other parents. There can be a wealth of information had at the kids' playgrounds. We have one that's about 2 blocks from us, so we can walk there anytime we want. So this next one is probably our favorite, and it's our local library. Now, the kids get to pick out a book. Every week we try to go, and everybody gets to pick out a book they want to read for the week. Get involved in gardening. My local library has a seed library, what they call it, and you can come and pick out seeds for free. Now, the kids got to pick out a seed that they wanted to grow in the garden this year, and they are going to be responsible for that seed. Make sure it gets watered, make sure it gets in the sunlight. They're going to take care of it. Anything that it needs, they're going to grow it. And that's one way of helping them to enjoy gardening and get some fresh air. So another way to save money on entertainment, if you like the movies, then try to go to an earlier movie. They used to call them matinees. I don't know if they do anymore. But the earlier movies, say in the afternoon, probably about 2 o'clock or so, the first couple of viewings are cheaper than, say, the evening viewings. And if you can go to an earlier viewing, say on a Saturday or even a Sunday, maybe not through the week, it might not be feasible. But if you can, it's going to be cheaper. So back in New York, we used to do our date night at a little theater, and it was through the week, and tickets were half price on this particular night of the week. So we would do date night at this little rinky-dink theater, not one of the big, chain theaters, and we would share popcorn, share soda, and that would be our date night. Depending on what the movie was for that week, we would go and do movie night, and it would be literally buy one, get one free, basically. So now with kids and everything, you may not be able to do that. So we've done what we call movie night. And this is once a week if we can get to the library that week. And somebody gets to pick out the movie we're going to watch for movie night. This one is the one I picked out. I've been wanting to see this movie for a little while. So this is our movie night for the family for the week. So we don't drink a whole lot of sodas in this house. So what I do is I'll make a drink, split 1 soda for all of us, and we would pop some popcorn, and we would have our special movie night for the week. So 2 towns over from us, which is about a 10-minute drive or so, it has, during the summer months, a concert in the park. And every week they'll have a different act or whatever it is. Sometimes they would have jazz, blues, whatever. And it is free. Just come, bring your lawn chair, bring your blanket, sit down and enjoy it. And last year we did probably about 4 or so we did. And there were probably maybe about 16 or more. We decided what ones we wanted to do for free, and we would attend them for whatever week it was. So we recently went on a business slash personal trip, and you know what, I'll do a video on that next. But anyway, I stopped at a rest stop and was able to find one of these festival guides, and it tells you all the different activities and things going on in that particular state. And the nice thing about this, it tells you what month is going on. Some of them have the prices in them, very inexpensive, some not so inexpensive, but some, I did see a few of them that were free. Well, they didn't list, so I'm gonna say it didn't list, not necessarily that it's free. Like that one, for instance, there's no price on it, so I'm thinking it's free to get in, maybe, or maybe not. Some other ones say what the admission is. See if I can find one that says what the admission is to get in. Trying to see. But I'm thinking a lot of these would be free to get in. Of course, some of them you do have to pay. But anyway, they are inexpensive or free, I'll say. Some maybe. Okay, so looking through, I did see one that does say free admission. It is free parking as well, and a $1 shuttle service. I mean, walking is good exercise, but I like this because it's broken up into the months. So depending on what month you want to go, or you know, you have free time at that specific month, it's broken up, so you don't have to search through every single last page to find what activities are going on for the time you're looking for. So, and I saw one in the middle here. Let me see if I can find it really quickly. Probably not. I like this one because it's sort of like a carnival extravaganza, so to speak. Everything there in one place, your rides, your food, everything. And it's pretty much, looks like the whole year along. They're there for a portion of the time. January, February, well, not March and April, but May. I think January and February is going to be too cold anyway, but we're past those months anyhow. So May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. I would go around here. It's a little cooler, and I just like the cooler weather when I'm doing something like that. I'm not a really congested, a lot of people, but I think in those months it will be a little less crowded. But they have so many different things going on. I'm sure you can find something that you would be interested in for low entrance fee or free. We used to love doing Six Flags, and we would do it at the end of the season because they would offer a discount. Basically, it was buy one, get one 50% off, or buy one, get one free, whatever the case may be. We would do it at the end of the season, and then on our way home, we would do like a dinner, and that would be our outing for that particular month. We wouldn't do anything else but that particular outing in that month. So we used to do a vacation probably about twice a year. And now we do what we call a staycation, and we stay home. Now, we haven't been on vacation probably for about, when everything started closing down, we changed our plans. And what we do is we do a camping trip, and we camp in our backyard. We also do a camping trip. We go to our bug out location, which is basically my in-laws have a cabin upstate, and we go there. It's a place we could go should everything go to pot and we need a place to go. We have food up there. But anyway, we do a camp out there once a year. Sometimes we do it in the spring, fall, summer times. Depends on what's going on and if we can get away. And we usually probably do like a long weekend, and we would go up for a couple of days and just camp out, enjoy each other, and hone our skills, basically. So a staycation is a great way to save money on entertainment. You can make it as grand or as simple as you like. Look into upcoming community events that help you keep down costs on entertainment. This can be anything from helping to clean up your parks for a day or a community garden. Now, that might be excellent if you stay in an apartment. Look into a community garden, maybe growing some of your own food. Look into getting more involved with your community by, in my town, they have a reading program where you can go out and read to the elderly who may not have anyone that comes to visit them. And you could go in and read to them in these nursing homes or assisted living facilities. And you read to them once a week or once every 2 weeks, depending on what your schedule is. And they have the best stories to tell. Okay, so my next tip to saving money on entertainment is let your kids be your entertainment. Now, this one, depending on how old your kids are, will work. For like a community involved, they have a kids playhouse. And basically, if there are any kids between the ages of, say, 8 to 18, whatever the case may be, then they will take them and they would do a short program, basically. And for a couple of weeks out of the year, they would practice. And then they would have sort of like they'll put on a play at the end of it. And they would invite all their parents, all the community, and everyone would come out and enjoy it. And it would be free. It's like a free concert, basically. And depending on how old your kids are, you could do this in a group community event or just do this at home. Set up a stage for them, let them entertain you, invite family over and have a play night, call it, and do different plays a couple times a year. So looking at things like puzzles and games. Now, I recently got, I think it was about 5 puzzles or so at the flea market for $1. And they were unopened. They were the Thomas, whatever ones, the fancy, like Norman Rockwell sort of puzzles for $1. They were sealed, brand new. They were in pristine condition. The box wasn't beat up or anything. And all the pieces were there because they were still sealed. I could see that they were still brand new. So I picked them up and we have tons of fun with puzzles and games. If you have games like Monopoly, I got a Monopoly at the flea market. It was actually free. The box was a little ripped. I came home, I taped it. It was fine. All the pieces were there, and what weren't, we don't miss them. Think about using coupons that you could get a discount on, say, movie tickets or concert tickets or whatever you are looking to do for entertainment. See if there's a discount available out there. Now, with Groupon, I've tried it probably, several years ago, and I didn't have much success with it, and I haven't tried it recently. It might have improved since then, but I don't know. But this is one way you could try to save money on entertainment. So I know I've said this before, books. Books are very entertaining. They can transport you to different places, different times. And what I would do is I would read a book to them front to back so they could just relax, immerse themselves in the story, and we just spend time together. A very inexpensive, mostly free way to get entertainment and not have to leave the house or go anywhere or spend any money. And it's a great way to just be together and enjoy the time. So to save money on entertainment, you just need to think outside the box. Look online for free and inexpensive things to do. Look at your local community page or your Facebook page for things that might be going on in your local area. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and click that notification bell to be notified when I upload videos. God bless, and remember, stay safe and keep prepping.